morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dust?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the... ...27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Prescott now from the 50. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Prescott now on second down. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here's Prescott. Past the 20. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 46 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, wait.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. And the cutback to the... He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 75 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And here's Lewis. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Dallas getting the ball again here on offense, and the Cowboys haven't been able to build a ton of momentum if you look at their 2018 season as a whole, Charles. In fact, the first 7 weeks before the bye earlier in the year, it was kind of like flipping a coin. It was loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So I don't know what you make of this team.
You'd actually expect that coin to come up heads 2 times in a row or tails 2 times in a row, wouldn't you? I think that we'll see the second half belong to Ezekiel Elliott because the move to get Amari Cooper out wide should open things up a little bit more, and he's such an impact player, and that's how they play best. Him leading, running the football, and establishing the line of scrimmage. And also working in their favor, there's absolutely no one running away with the NFC East.
Yeah, Redskins and Eagles, they're in the mix, obviously, at the top, but you're right, just above 500. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good. Here we go, 46.
First down, Prescott. Flushed out right, and he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Elliott looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like a bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Falcons coming back out here onto the field. This has been a team that's had an interesting season. The rough start, then they picked it up some. As you look in your crystal ball going forward down the stretch, what do you see for the Falcons?
Well, I think on the surface you would think the injuries are just too much to overcome on the defensive side of the ball. But the way they've been playing recently, they put everything on the offense and just asking the defense to do just enough. And the offense is really giving them great play because Matt Ryan can throw to Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, the rookie Calvin Ridley, Tevin Coleman and Ito Smith running it and catching it. They're starting to put up points in big numbers and making people chase them each and every game.
And they may want to start to pad some wins now because 3 of their last 4 in the regular season are on the road, including trips to Green Bay and Carolina. A quick hitter complete. It's Hardy. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Ready. 25. Hey, got it. Let him go.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
46.
2nd down, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, 57 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On the return, here's Justin Hardy. Spinning past him. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That one goes for 24 yards. This is Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Get
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. David Irving with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, express.
Here's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. He's going to go deep for Beasley. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Hardy on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now it's Ryan. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Joe. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw this time. Looking deep in the direction of Coop. He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Hardy on the return. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a new way I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Coleman and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Coleman, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Looking deep for Julio. He's got it at the 15. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Ryan on the screen. This is Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the shotgun, Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's Coleman here, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there.
And that'll be held in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper from 6 yards away. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. To throw is Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go to Elliott again. Oh, he sheds himself free. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Hardy on the return. Twisting away. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Joe, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, and even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
But she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 23 yards on the play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
46.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now Prescott. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's Ryan to throw. Looking deep for who? And got his man complete. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 41 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He hits Beasley right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down, Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now Ryan, eluding the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Ryan. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Skirts by at the 15. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Now Ryan on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks.
boys, come here.